Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms. It is Monday, August 2nd, I think. Anyway, I'm heading out to the farm. I gotta meet a forester. We're gonna walk the property line, maybe ride it. I want to get some kind of a game plan together to make better habitat for the wildlife. So he's going to give me a bunch of ideas how to do that. So I'm going to meet him here in about 10 minutes. Then we're going to go out and take a look at it and see what's going on with that. So I'm kind of excited about that. Never had a forester come out to the farm before, so we're going to see what happens there. Last night was a great time at the Jackson County Fair. Night of destruction. Mark it on your calendars for next year, because if you like destruction, you'll see destruction at the Jackson County Fair. There's that combine again. I got Cody up here. He's a forester. He's gonna go with me, and we're gonna go out and take a look at all that timber out there. And then I'm gonna have him introduce himself and tell a little bit about him before we get going. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine.
Good. Beautiful day out, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yep.
So,
I'm out here with you today, and we're going to do an initial site visit. Like Bud said, my name is Cody Widener. I'm a forester with the National Wild Turkey Federation. My position is a partnership with the NRCS, the Natural Resources Conservation Service, and I provide technical assistance to private landowners. So today we're going to go take a look at Bud's property and see if I can make some recommendations to help him achieve his objectives. So.
Perfect, thank you. Let's get going here. So we're gonna rock and roll. We're gonna jump on the mule here and head down, and we're gonna take a look at the timber here. So we'll see you down in the timber. Here on my east field, corn's looking nice. We're gonna walk down in here. Looks like my wife's gonna come up and get some berries here pretty quick. Looks like they're getting good. We're gonna walk down into the timber. Everything's all greened up nice in here.
One of our non-native invasive species, so that would be something else that we treat when we're coming out here to treat invasives. But our overstory right here in this area is like oak and hickory. So there's black oak right here, and there's shagbark hickory, which are native to this area, and that's actually historically the main canopy cover of the forested areas that we have in the Midwest. And right now our forests are transitioning from oak hickory to shade tolerant species such as maple and basswood. But this is good since we still have an oak and hickory component we can manage for oak and hickory.
So this is honeysuckle, you said?
Yep, bush honeysuckle.
Bush honeysuckle. There's a lot of bush honeysuckle in here. So we're going to
show the camera. Bush honeysuckle, it's opposite on the leaf, on the stem. So each leaf comes out opposite of each other. And also if we break it, the pith inside of here is hollow. But this plant will be the last one to lose its leaves. So if you came out here in like November, this would still be green, still have its leaves. That's another trend that invasive species have.
Be easier to treat in late fall.
Yep. If there's more trees in an area, then they're going to grow straight up to compete for that resource.
Right.
So they're going to shed off the limbs that they don't need. But with an oak like that, we know that there weren't many trees around it. So it didn't have to shed off all its lower limbs, and all it did was just reach out, and it wasn't having to compete for sunlight with other trees.
We're sitting at the far, be the northwest property line of mine. It goes way up and then over. So we're just looking at some trees here. So there's some really nice walnuts in the makings here. So we're gonna get this all figured out, and then we're gonna turn this into a nice timber reserve, sometime type of reserve back in here. So there's about 12 to 15 acres back in here. We kind of seclude from the cattle, keep them out of here. So I'm getting excited. I'm really happy. More walnuts. So now we're sitting here in the almost to the end here. About another 150 yards up there would be the pond pasture. So does poison ivy bother you?
It does. This isn't poison ivy.
What's that?
That's Virginia creeper. So that's another one of our woody vines. It's got 5 leaves. So poison ivy has 3 leaves. And
that's what I was taught. Leaves of 3, let it be.
Yep. I don't see any right here, but yeah, this is.
That won't hurt you though?
Nope, this won't. This Virginia creeper. It's native.
What'd you measure there?
It's at 21 inches. So 21-inch DBH. diameter at breast height, which is 4.5 feet up on the trunk. But we have a really prime walnut here. I mean, we've got at least a 16-foot log, probably maybe even get two 16-foot logs off that. But we're looking at probably around 250 board foot in that tree, and then with a prime log like that,
250 board foot in that tree he's talking. That's nice. So when would you harvest something like that?
Yeah, that tree is probably, I mean, that tree's ready to harvest right now, but we want to make sure we have enough trees in this stand that are actually going to be ready to harvest. And just from looking right now, we probably could sustain a harvest right now, but we want to make sure that we have trees in the next size class. So trees like that.
This one here.
Yep, that are ready to replace it. And also even trees that are smaller than that, that are like saplings that are going to replace that tree when it gets removed too. So.
Okay, we just did a quick tour of the farm.
You don't have to worry about that one. I just hooked that top one. I gotta come back through here anyway. Real quick tour of the farm we just come up with. So we're gonna put a game plan together and we'll see what happens here. I'm pretty excited about what's gonna be happening here in the farm in the next year or two. So finished up with the tour. We're back at the home place, as you can see. What's our next game plan?
Yes, so now I'll map out the stands that we just looked at, and then I'll make some recommendations off base of what I saw today. And Dennis will receive that plan from me, and he'll submit that to the NRCS with an application to try and get cost share to get some of this work done. So
perfect. What's the timeline on that, you think?
Yeah, so the applications get ranked. And the ranking deadline is usually sometime in the fall, I think. So right now it's August. So I think somewhere in October and November will be where the deadline is. Then your application will get ranked amongst a pool of other applicants, and depending on how your application scores compared to the other applications, if it scores high enough, you'll get funded, and then your contract will get approved, and then you just have to sign the contract and hire a contractor, do the work yourself after that.
Perfect. Well, thanks for coming out.
Yep.
Thanks for going with me.
So we had a good little time. It's gonna get warm here the way it looks. Not too bad for this time of the year though. So I just fed the calves and cows, and I have 4 in here, but one's got pink eye, so we gotta get this one treated. They say pink eye is pretty bad this year, so we're gonna see if we can get this little girl treated. That's the one right here. Definitely got pink eye going on. Put up a makeshift corral so we can corral her in, and then we will see what we got going on. 'Tis the season for pink eye, knock on wood. Haven't had a lot of it so far, but it's coming, I guess. We'll get this little, I guess it's a boy, we'll get this boy treated and get him back to health, I guess. So that one right there, a little spooky one. But see if we can get it treated here. We'll get it locked up here shortly. Okay, we're back. We're going to get this calf treated. So I'm just talking to myself here on this camera. So got the vet just pulled up. We'll get this guy captured in there, get his eye treated, and let him back out with their mom. So at the Bellevue Veterinary Clinic out here.
Couple of people talk to me about treating them with a dart gun, which I'm not sure how that really works.
Okay guys, let's go find your mamas. Let's go. You ain't going out that way. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Hip, hip. Go get your mama. Come on. There they're out and free and ready to go. So calves treated, out. I'm just going to leave these gates here for now, just in case we got to treat another one. So I just kind of lock them in here so they stay. That way if I have to treat another one, I don't have to haul them back over here again. I didn't expect to do that today, but now you know what time it is. It's time to go play some golf. So once again, you got the Bud Man from Hartung Family Farms, and you know it. Beautiful Jackson County, Iowa.
Last phase before we start laying tile and cementing our pit silo starting next week. He's ripping the rest of the cement out right there by the barn where we used to have all of our gluten and distillers. So that can all be re-cemented. So our pit dimensions are gonna be 80 by 80 with a center divider down the middle of it going this way. So each bay will be 40. They'll be about 120 feet deep from the beginning of it to the end. It will be a great upgrade for us from what we had before in the past. All the cement used to be cracked up because of the springs. We're gonna prevent that by laying tile and some rock between the tiles so it drains a lot better. We'll keep you updated. Dad ended up chopping off a little spot here. This is where we're bringing all of our cement. Dumping it right off this cliff here. Creek's a pretty big mess still from 2 years ago, and we had a bad windstorm. That's where we're dumping everything. Trying to keep the creek bed from washing out any more than it already is. See, it's trying to wash over into there. Got about every piece of equipment sitting outside right now. So we are finally putting our spring equipment away. Gonna get the cat out. Unhook the soil finisher. Dad and Brian are coming with the combines. Hardly see them. Still haven't sold 2588. So if anybody's interested, 2588. I guess I'm not even sure how many hours on it. I have to look, I don't remember. It's got a fair amount. We also would throw in a 1083 head with that combine, 8-row. So, anybody's looking for a combine, come in contact. So we are looking to sell. See if this starts. Oh, yeah. There she be. 25 coming down to this shed. Anybody interested, let us know. Been pretty busy. Haven't done really a whole lot of recording. Trying to finish up second crop hay this weekend. Hopefully, maybe. Things are looking pretty good. The crops look fantastic. Knock on wood. Considering in other states like north of us and south of us, up north they're really dry. South they're really wet, getting some floods and stuff. We've kind of been in the middle where we've been getting good rains and inch or two here and there, and they've been real nice rains too. Can't complain. Hopefully we can finish that out. Hopefully have another good year of crops. There's a 1083 corn head I was talking about earlier. Try and get rid of her. It's got a head sight on it.
Looks like last week we had Rag Ride going through Iowa. Registered annual great bike ride across Iowa. Well, looks like today they got Canoe Fest going on here in Bellevue, Iowa. Holy cow, I've never seen so many canoes, kayaks. Check this out. Line to get into the tractors. 3, 4, I don't even know. It could even be a 5-day canoe trip down the river. So they're spending the night in Bellevue. There's Jim and Kate Nichols on their John Deere. He was on the tractorcade ride. But there'll be live music in Bellevue tonight. These guys all spend the night. These guys all spend the night here in Bellevue, Iowa. Such a beautiful town. If you ever get time, come visit us. Say hi to the Bud Van. We'll have coffee. So it looks like they're shutting the street down here. But yeah, look at all those canoes, kayaks. They're gonna have a street dance right here tonight. Always something going on in this beautiful town. So once again, you guys play nice, be safe.
We've got fungicide. right by the farm. Hey, Kurt, just watching. Good old fungicide coming right at us. Wish we could zoom in with this thing. Oh! 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 Many of you may ask why we do fungicide and why we have the plane do the application of the fungicide. Many reasons behind it, mainly because in our area, not a whole lot of guys put it on themselves because of how many hills we have around the area, and it makes it tough. Makes it tough to applicate themselves. That's why we have the airplane do it. We do fungicide because this is one of the most vital times of the year for the corn stage growth. It's very susceptible to disease, and this fungicide application will make it more resistant to these possible diseases.
Hey guys, I'm in Canada right now. I'm real close to North Dakota border in southeast Saskatchewan, so you guys can look up that area if you want. I'm up here harvesting barley, wheat, canola, all that fun stuff for deer. But anyway, so that was a really cool video. I haven't gotten footage of planes putting on fungicide in a very long time, so I do appreciate Nathan Curtis for doing that. Harvest is getting very close, guys. We have a lot of cool projects and stuff going on the farm. We'll have 2 more videos on the farm before I had to head out and couldn't get any more videos filmed. So there's more to come. Exciting stuff to happen this fall. Multiple new pieces of equipment coming to the farm. We are very excited. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much. Be safe. Take it easy. Ta-ta for now.